Hello everyone, my name is Sam. In this tutorial, I'm gonna be showing you how to make this motion blur text effect in Photoshop. Alright, let's begin by creating a new document. Go to File, New. Give any name you want for the project. Here I name it as motion blur text effect with 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels of size with 72 pixels per inch resolution and RGB color mode. Then click Create. Now let's drag the background image onto the canvas. Press Alt-Shift while dragging the size controller to scale up the image and fit it with the canvas. Then adjust the position as well. If you finish, click this check mark. Change the image name to background image or any name you want for it. Now you can delete this background layer. Click on it and press delete on your keyboard. Alright, let's duplicate this image layer. Select the image layer and press Ctrl J. We are going to use the duplicate as a clipping mask for the text. Change the name to a text clipping mask. Now let's activate the text tool. Give it 470 points for the font size. Change this option to strong and select the impact regular font, or you might want to choose any other font you like. Then write something over the canvas. If you are done, click this checkmark icon. Then activate the move tool and move the text to the center of the canvas. Now select the text layer and duplicate by pressing Ctrl J. Then press and hold the Ctrl K on your keyboard and select both text layers. Press Ctrl T and move your cursor over the middle right of the text. Then press and hold Ctrl Shift on your keyboard while dragging the mid right side of the size controller outward to get a text shape something like this. Then release the Ctrl Shift and move the text to the center. If you are done, click this checkmark icon. To make it right to the center of the canvas, press Ctrl A, make sure the move tool is still active, and press this align vertical center icon and align horizontal center icon as well. Press Ctrl D to remove the selection. Alright, now we are going to add color fill between the background image and the text. So select the top background image layer, click this icon and select solid color. Then give it black and click OK. Now let's move this image layer to the top of the first text layer. Then we are going to make it become a clipping mask for this text layer. So right click on it and select create clipping mask. Let's hide the top text layer by clicking this eye icon to see what we get. That's it. Make sure the clipping mask is still selected. Click this icon and give it a gradient map. Make this gradient map as a clipping mask for the text as well by clicking this icon. Now click this gradient preview and select black and white preset. You might want to change the dark color for the gradient by clicking this color picker box. Here I give it black. And for the highlight color, I give it FAE 234. Then click on this middle dot to add a color stock and I give it FB8833. Then click OK. You might also want to experiment with other colors to get a gradient you want for the text. If you finish, click OK. Close the properties box. Alright, now let's activate the other text layer by clicking this eye icon. Select the top text layer. Then click this effects icon and select blending options. Under advanced blending, slide the fill opacity gauge to 0% and then give it a stroke with size 10, position outside, and with fill style color. If you want to change the stroke color, click this color picker box. Here I give it white. If you are done, click OK. Now we are going to move the stroke slightly to the top left. So make sure the move tool is still active and press the top arrow button on your keyboard multiple times and then click the left arrow button multiple times until you get a stroke position to your liking. More or less like this. Rename this layer as text stroke. And now we are going to add a motion blur effect for the text. So let's group these entire text elements together. Click the first text layer, press shift and select until the topmost layer. Then press Ctrl G to group them all and rename it as text. Then press Ctrl J right away to duplicate the group. Select the underneath text group and press Ctrl E to convert the group as a raster image. Then change the group name to text group and rename this layer as a raster text image. It's time to add the motion blur effect, so make sure the raster text image is still selected. Then go to Filter, Blur, and select Motion Blur. At this Motion Blur dialog box, we are going to align this motion blur to the text and adjust the motion length. Alright, let's rotate this gauge to change its amount until the motion blur aligns with the text. Then slide this gauge or change its distance value until you get a certain motion blur length to your liking. To be clear, I think you better change this layer name to motion blur effect. That's it. But you might also want to add a background image for your text. Because we already have the background image layer under the black color fill, we simply need to deactivate the black color fill. Or if you want to blend the color tone, activate the color fill again and select on it. Then add some layer styles by clicking this FS icon and give it a color overlay with soft light blend mode. Here I give C5B52A for the color. Then give it a gradient overlay with normal blend mode. And for the gradient colors, click this gradient editor and select white and black preset. And change the left color stop with something dark. Here I give it 605F5F. For the right color stop, give it the same color as well. Then click the middle dot to add another color stop and give it any brighter color you want. Here I give it F3X606 and click OK. Leave the style as linear, then adjust the gradient angle until it aligns with the text. Like so. You might also want to play with this scale amount until you get a gradient you want. But here I am happy with a 100 scale amount. If you finish, click OK. Then adjust the opacity to around 70%. And to make the blending even better, you might also want to add a curve adjustment layer. Click this icon and select Curve. In this demonstration, I bring up the highlighted area a little bit and make the dark area even darker. Like that. But I think the text is more clearly visible with a dark background. So to make the background even darker, add another solid color adjustment layer. Give it black. Move it under the curve layer and set the fill amount to around 20%. And then you might also want to add some more highlights to the text area. So select the text group and add a new layer by clicking this icon. Then activate the brush tool. Select the soft round brush preset with 400 pixels of size and 0% of hardness. Set the smoothing amount to around 40%. Change the foreground color to white by clicking this icon and brush somewhere around the text corners. Then change the blend mode either to soft light or overlay. Add some more highlights if you want. And reduce the opacity to around 50%. Change the layer name as highlights. Alright, now the last step but not least, let's make the text more stand out by adding the text shadows. To go for it, open the text group, select the bottom text layer, click this FX icon and select drop shadow. Leave the blend mode as normal with 100% opacity. Set the angle amount to around 130, with 30 for the distance amount, 30 for the spread, and around 10 for the size amount. Leave the other options with their default settings and click OK. And this is what we get. That's all for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you think this video is very helpful, please like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more future uploads. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching this video and see you.